Hey everybody, so in this video we're going to take a look at setting up a timer, and we're doing this in the side scroller template. We're going to be working a little bit with this to do a few things uh, within the next few videos, so I'm going to push escape to get out of here, and um, we're going to go to the side scroller blueprints, and we're going to work inside of the side scroller game mode. I'm going to double click in here, and you should see this. If you do not, I had this issue earlier. You want to make sure you go to Windows or Window here inside of the blueprint editor and make sure that class defaults are checked on. So with the game mode blueprint, this is things that are kind of like your presets for your game mode for that level. So you get to set your default pawn, which in this case is a side scroller character, and your HUD and a whole bunch of defaults, so you can kind of store a lot of information here. I'm going to click on Open Full Blueprint Editor. And when I do that, we can see the blueprint for the game mode, and then all those settings are here on the right-hand side that we were looking at. In the event graph, this is where I'm going to start playing around with this node. And what I'm going to do is begin play. So we have the event begin play like in our other blueprints that we work on. I'm going to have our timer run inside of begin play. But what I'm going to do is create a custom event. And that's what we're going to trigger from the event play, so that way we know that anything connected to here is the timer. So let's call this count down timer. Okay, so this event doesn't have a trigger right now, and we have to trigger it somewhere for it to be able to run. So I'm going to trigger it here. It's going to be our count down timer. There you go. So it's looking for it in itself, which is this node, which is great. We have the countdown timer, and then we can set up everything that's going to happen here. I'm going to compile this to start off with, and we're going to create two variables. I'm going to click the plus here to create this variable, and I'm going to switch it from a boolean to an integer. And let's rename this. It's going to be minutes. And let's duplicate this. This is going to be seconds. There we go. So we have two timers right here. And let's compile this really quick. Okay. So when we look at it right now, the minutes are set to 0 and the seconds are set to 0. So let's say we wanted to have like a 5-minute timer, so let's have it start off at 4 minutes, and then on seconds I'm going to put it at 59. So essentially like 5 minutes. Okay, so then on this count time timer, I want to make sure that it has a delay. So the delay here is in seconds, so if I type in here 1, it will be 1 second. So once it delays, what do we want to do? We want to decrease the seconds by 1. So let's do set seconds. Connect the complete here to seconds. Then we want to minus an integer to an integer. And we're going to get seconds. So whatever the seconds is, we're going to subtract 1 by it. Okay, and then we can set a condition here, which will be our branch. And the condition is if A is less than or equal to B, so we can set that at. So we'll set it as 0, and we'll get seconds here. Actually, let's not get seconds, we'll get it straight from here, since that way we're using the same information that we have here. So if this value here is less than 0, or 0 or less, what do we want to do? We want to set the minutes to 1 less. So what we're going to do is set minutes, and then minus integer minus integer. We're going to get minutes and connect it there. Okay, so we have a countdown that's happening now, where we are subtracting 1 second, and we're starting at 59, so we know we always need to subtract 1 second. Then we're checking to see if the seconds are at 0 or less. If they are, we subtract a minute. So now we can set up a, and then if it's not less than 0, what we can do is branch out over here and tell it to run the countdown timer again. We're going to stick something else in between here later, but for right now, this is okay. It's going to be doing the mechanics of what we need. It's just we won't be able to see it, so we're going to add a print string in between here later. But I want to get this part done first over here. So we're subtracting 1 minute, and then we want to check over here another branch. And then integer and integer. And then we're checking also, again, if it's less than. So we're going to take this. So if it's less than or equal to 0, if that's the case, let's print a statement. Print string. I'm going to say your time is up. Okay, so we have your time is up. And then if false, we'll do countdown timer. And now thinking about it, we can print the statements here at the end if we wanted to. But we'd have to do it twice, or we can do it at the beginning for what the current time is. So let's print the time here. So I'm going to do a, let's try that again. Print string. So when the countdown timer starts, we're going to print the string. Right now it just says hello, but we can do a format text. Connect that there. And then in this format text here, what I want to say is in curly brackets, minutes, and then I'm going to put a colon, and then in curly brackets again, seconds, There we go. And then we have the minutes and seconds here, so we can get minutes, get seconds, and connect them directly here. Okay, so we have it printing out the value, then it goes through and subtracts a second. Then if the seconds are 0, it subtracts a minute. If not, it will go through and start the timer again and subtract more seconds. Then if the minutes get down to 0, it will print your time is up. If not, it will go through and start the countdown timer again. So let's compile this. And the side-scroller game mode is already in the game, so we don't have to throw it in there. And you can see that we have a timer here that is subtracting 1 second at a time. Alright, that is it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.